Podcast, coming to you from British Columbia, Canada. Once again with another new product, Medi One, coming in at 433 as a bloom solution, high in nitrogen, but who's to say? One thing I can tell you is that it comes in with a low pH as well. So you want to pay attention to your pH, and you're going to want to look at maybe some forms of organic pH up. And there's several available on the internet, especially if you're Google organic pH up. You'll find that there's many different things that you can use that won't kill your microbial action going on in the soil as well. So it's the main thing in being an organic farmer or grower. Now I'll ask my wife to zoom in here. You'll see it says Dr. Hornby approved. This is our latest product, and as I said, it's for application. It's actually a one part. It's for vegetative and for bloom. So I'm going to be very interested in starting this out on my own product. I mean, I got a big jug there that was made up for me to run for testing. So I'm really looking forward to doing that with these girls here. These girls are going to go into 3 gallons today. Now, the one thing I remember, when you put that new soil in, you've got trace elements, you've got proper pH, so you've got a lot of food in that soil. So you want to be careful on how you go about feeding, because you can very easily burn your leaves. So many guys do this. They transplant and they burn their leaves. Oh, what did I do wrong? My plant's wilted. Well, what did you do the night before? I transplanted. Did you feed? Yes. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, the plant food is already in the new soil, so that's something to keep in mind. It's just like with a brand new bag. When you transplant a small clone, you got about 2 weeks of feeding time. There's about 2 weeks worth of food, a week and a half. So just something to keep in mind. But another thing about organic growing, you're going to need one of these, a pH stick. And with a pH stick, you're actually able to gauge the pH that before you're going into your plant, and you certainly want to get it up in the area between 6.2 and 6.5. 6.5 being the optimal level, so they say, for uptake. I personally like to run at 6.2, but that's just me. Everybody has their own way. Like I always say on cannabis in Canada, there's no right or wrong way. There's just, if you're happy with what you have in the end, then good. And if you don't like what I'm saying, change the channel. Don't waste the time to friggin' write a bunch of shit about me, man. That's just hating on nothing. So I'm very proud of Green Planet, because when I went in there, one of my biggest pet peeves right away was, hey, you got lots of organic additives, but you haven't got an organic base, and right away they were like, we're on that, and that was my main thing with working with the company, and I certainly have no regrets. I've been treated very well, and of course our room reflects it, and our quality of life reflects it. Being able to bring you new things and be able to do new things. And work with people such as Dr. Hornby and various others in the movement that are in the background doing stuff like nutrients, doing stuff. They're making sure that our plants can grow, that we can actually get our medicine. People forget there's a whole nother agriculture industry involved with cannabis. It's just it's the urban underground. We all know about it, and it's always there. And the police constantly want to wage war every couple of years on it, and throw away hundreds of thousands in taxpayers' dollars. Many of them walk on a plea deal. So the court costs and lawyers and legal aid and everything else, if you really look at it, policymakers are backwards. Take a good look at the medical marijuana access regulations if you want a backwards policy making set of scheme of regulations. That's my shot at the medical marijuana access regulations tonight. I also wanted to make sure that I touched on Medi One. There's a lot of different things to look at when you're going to go organic. Shelf life, the minute there's air in the bottle, how long have you been using the bottle? You want to pay attention to these things. You also want to make sure that when you touch whatever the product is, that you don't go touching your mouth or your eyes or whatever. It is organic, meaning that there's a whole bunch of literally shit in that bottle. So you really don't want to be touching that and being a moron and putting it in your mouth. Just a little piece of advice. Sorry for my little bit of crudeness noticing my the way that I'm talking, but you know, sometimes when life throws you punches, you just got to get up and start punching back, and sometimes my punches may not be as straight as they normally are, but I'm still punching. So we'll see you in the next movie. Cheers.